Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us again on another edition of the Jboy Show. Got another banger coming your way as usual. Former Auburn head coach, has been a head coach for 25 years. Now he's at La Monroe. Terry Bowden got an abbreviated interview. Going to get him back. We talk Auburn. We talk Louisiana Monroe. But before I get in this monologue, got to give a shout out to betonline.ag. Head over there today. Whether you want parlays, teasers, pleasers, team props, player props, however you get down, whatever you want to bet. They're going to have great sign-up bonuses. They're going to play the sharps. We got NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball regular season, as eventually we'll get into the end in this 300-game regular season in Major League Baseball. But until then, you need to make sure you're signed up at betonline.ag. Head over there today and tell them that Jboy sent you. Now, I do, real quick, want to say we got verified on Twitter yesterday. I really appreciate all the support from everybody. It's something, especially if you followed the show from the beginning. We really started from the bottom and are working our way up. But, you know, as good as it is, it doesn't change anything. It's not going to change us. It's not going to change me. It's not going to change the content or the grind, the way we put it out to give you, the viewer, the best content without politics and sports and help you win the water cooler. So just a quick thanks. And again, you know, it's just another step on the ladder that we're trying to take to try and become the best that there is out there. And we're not going to stop till that's the case. But my monologue today, and I talked about being, you know, a head coach and how to prioritize things and not being able to stay in the room the whole time. But something that Terry Bowden talks about when I asked him about his father, Bobby Bowden, and the influence that he had on him was how to be a head coach and to not always cave into peer pressure from whether it's the media or boosters or something like that, and to really be yourself. And there's a way to go about it instead of taking the easy way out. Maybe it's a lot easier and the fan base and a bunch of the people want to kick a guy off, but you feel like you can change him and you can help him and you want to help him for the rest of his life and not just kick him out and give him a chance. Now, sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. But it's not bad to go against the popular crowd or the popular opinion as a head coach. In fact, when you do that, your team or whoever at the end of the day, whether they agree with the situation or they don't, they know that you are really making decisions based on what you think is best for the players. Because the coaches that get the most out of their players understand that I cannot ask a human being, and I'm talking about football, to physically run into another human being, two grown men basically running into each other at full speed multiple times during a game if he doesn't trust me, or if they don't think that I'm trying to make decisions that are in the best interest of the team and for them as people. And whether it's taking time when guys come in your office that want to talk about stuff that's outside football, even with all the stressors that come with being a head coach, having to do the media appearances, being the one that's held accountable, win, lose, or draw. And that's how it should be when you take that mantle. But it's amazing the relationships that get cultivated when the players trust that you are making decisions based on not only the team's best interests, but their best interests. Understanding that playing guys who are too hurt to play sends not only a bad message to the team, but it's dangerous. And I think in today's game, especially with recruiting, the way that social media is, and there's so much more interaction between the head coach and the players, and they really know each other on an individual level and not just through the recruiting process, but you watch somebody grow up right in front of your eyes, and the success is blended exactly with not only the talent, you have to have that, but being able to have disciplined players and have players that know you love them and you care about them, because that's how you're going to get the most out of them. That's how you're going to squeeze every inch and try and put them in a position to have success. Because at the end of the day, a coach's job is to push a player further than he can push himself. That's not just running suicides. That's not just running 100s. That's if you break up with your girlfriend or your mom's sick and you need somebody to talk to, or maybe, you know, you're down or you're depressed or you have other stuff going on in your life, being able to go not only to the position coach, but go to the head coach and talk about things outside of, you need to press this point on the power, or you need to stem this route at 8 yards. It's amazing on 4th and 1 how that can make the difference. And I really hope everybody understands that. And you look at guys like Nick Saban and you look at guys like Kirby Smart, and you see him on the sideline sometimes and you see him yelling, you're like, oh, this guy must be crazy. But what you don't realize is their players know that they care about them. They're not always like that. They know what makes them laugh. They know what makes them cry. Now, that's how you can get on them. You can be hard on them if they know that you love them. You can't just go and start berating a guy if he doesn't trust you, you never talk to him, you don't know him. But at the end of the day, when that happens on the practice field, on the game field, regardless of how mad the player is or how embarrassed he is that this guy's yelling at me or whatever, he knows deep down that coach is doing that because it's the best thing for me, because I need that. And once you establish that rapport, you can do great things, especially with great players. And that's my monologue for today. Excited to get Terry Bowden in here. I do real quick want to shout out our partners over at Dynasty U, a great podcast like the LinkedIn for Recruiting. Check them out on Google Play, anywhere you get your apps. It's fantastic, whether you're a coach or a parent of a player or a player yourself. It's very concise. You can put it all in one place. Let's get to Terry Bowden. Let's win the water cooler.